The scientist deliberately knocked over a barrel of oil. He carefully took out a bottle of a newly developed mysterious liquid and dropped a single drop onto the oil. A miraculous thing happened. The small amount of liquid, no bigger than a mung bean, quickly spread in all directions. In just a few seconds, this bacteria posed no harm to humans nearby, only activating when it came into contact with oil. The woman's high heels disappeared. The bacteria continued to react, eventually turning into a pile of sand, along with the oil, vanishing without a trace. The success of the experiment was met with enthusiastic applause, but the woman was devastated because she had lost her high heels worth billions. However, this crucial experimental data was stolen, and the mastermind behind it was the boy. Bob, once a top agent, had now become a stay-at-home caretaker, still completely unaware of what was going on. Paul's henchman appeared in front of him. The two assassins thought they could easily overpower Bob, but after a few rounds, they were thoroughly defeated. Months ago, it was Bob who personally sent Paul to prison, but thanks to a mole within the intelligence agency, Paul quickly escaped. Upon hearing that Paul had escaped, Bob's colleagues immediately notified him. Although Bob had planned to retire, he didn't expect that Paul was planning to use the newly developed bacteria to consume oil and threaten the global energy supply. To make matters worse, Paul's confidential files were accidentally obtained by Bob's girlfriend's son, which set off the chain of events that followed. At this point, Bob had no idea what was going on and thought Paul was simply seeking revenge on him. To protect the safety of 3 children, he decided to take action. He sent the children to a safe house and went alone to an abandoned factory as agreed. While setting up surveillance, Bob unexpectedly found the boy at the scene. Before he could deal with the surprise, Paul and his men surrounded them. To protect the children, Bob had no choice but to surrender without resistance. After learning the location of the files, Paul and his men headed to Bob's girlfriend's house. Seizing the opportunity, Bob quickly removed his agent ring and, with the boy's help, cut the ropes binding him. At that moment, Paul and his men had arrived at the girlfriend's house, ready to take the bacteria files the boy had downloaded. Fortunately, Bob arrived just in time. With the help of his family, Paul's men were swiftly defeated. Soon, SWAT arrived and captured Paul and his entire criminal gang. With the energy crisis resolved, Bob won his girlfriend's heart, and they eventually married, starting a happy life with their 5-person family.